Today's theme is going to be trees because we love trees. Okay, so stand comfortably with your feet under your hips, toes pointed forward. And to start with, grab the ground with your feet. So you're just trying to, as if you were standing on grass and you're trying to pull the grass with your toes and your feet. Just grab and pull up. Grab and pull up. So you kind of have to spread the toes out, lay them down, grab and lift up, working all of our feet muscles, getting them really engaged. And then relax your feet and just notice how much more grounded you feel. Good. And then we're going to take a few breaths, inhaling up onto the toes. Take a nice deep breath with your arms or without, and exhale back down. So really just taking a moment to breathe fully and deeply. And we'll lift up onto the toes and exhale down. Good. One more time. Take a nice deep breath. Maybe you can get a little higher up onto your toes. And exhale back down. Good. And then rolling onto your toes of one foot, bending that knee, send the other hip out to the side. And then switch. So roll through the foot, bend the knee, press your other hip out. You can put your hands on your hips if you want, or wherever you want to put your hands. And then we're going to take it into a circle, right? So the knee that's bent, the hip goes the other way around. And then this knee bends. So basically you're doing the same thing, circling your hips. Yeah, letting all of our joints move. Good. And then take it the other way. Or just circle your hips if it's too complicated for your brain. Yeah. Right. And then coming center, we're going to bring our arms out like we're hugging a big tree, right? So soft, round arms, hands apart. So however big you want your tree to be. And we're going to pull our arms apart, keeping them in the same position. Kind of lift your heart, arching our upper back. And then we're going to close and let one arm come over the other as you round your upper back. And then open. Right, so just think of arching and rounding the shoulders, upper back, and then the other arm goes on top, the other arm goes under as you hug your tree tighter. So our tree grows big as we open, squeezing our shoulder blades together. And then as we round our upper back and shoulders, our tree shrinks down. Good, one more time. Kind of squeeze the shoulder blades together and then round. And then coming back to where we started, hugging our tree, we're going to lift our arms up in this position. So now our tree is over our head. Okay. And then you're going to take a side bend over to one side. And lift back up and over to the other side. If you want to widen your legs a little bit, that's more comfortable for you. Feel free to make adjustments. We're just bending our tree, sways in the wind, I guess you could say. Swaying in the wind, side to side. And then when we come up, we're going to stay here. Inhale, twist to one side. So our tree goes over to the side and back. Over to the side and back. So keeping our shoulders relaxed as we hold our arms in this little rounded kind of position. And twist. And then when we come center, we're just going to take a little back bend. So just look up, back. Good. And come up. And just in this position, arms in this position, you're going to draw your elbows down in toward your waist. So feel your shoulder blades draw down your back and then lift up. And again, draw your elbows, sort of lifting the chest a little bit, drawing your elbows in towards your torso, really keeping the shoulders open and lift up. So feel that shoulder opening. One more time, draw it down and in. Good, and then release your arms down by your side. Just let them relax, shake them out if you want. Actually, let's do a little swinging. So just take your arms and swing them as you bend your knees and swing them as you lift up. So just throwing your arms basically, right? Lift and then swing, lift, swing. If you want to come up onto your toes as you lift, and come up onto your toes as you go down. Add a little more balance to that. Yeah, just releasing everything. Throw it off. Good. And then when we come up on this one, go ahead and let your arms come out and down towards your side. And we'll come to the end of our mat or wherever you're going to be, right? And just start with a roll down. So letting your head and shoulders and arms relax as we exhale. We let our body roll down and hang. Bend and straighten the knees, relaxing everything. The head and neck. And then we're going to lift our torso up. So bend your knees as much as they need to so you can flatten your back. Lift your torso up. So you probably will need some bend in your knees, right? And then see if you can reach your arms up by your ears. Again, you might need to bend your knees even more. Good. And just hold. So we feel our back muscles. We feel our low back, our whole back, right? Good. And then relax forward and relax everything again. And then you can just bend one knee and the other knee. Stretch. And then both legs straight. Walk the hands away from the feet. Coming into pike or down dog. Spread our fingers wide and we lift our tailbone. And again, letting our body move if it likes to, kind of shift around, whatever feels good to you here. Good stretch in the back of our legs. Hips. Whatever down dog feels good to you. And then we might walk our hands a little farther out, coming into a high plank or all the way into a plank, just wherever your body wants to go here. Take some breaths. And then we'll lower down to the mat. You can either lower slowly or bring your knees down, come around to sitting. And we'll bring ourselves onto our back. Heels close into the hips. And just relaxing and taking a few breaths here, arms wherever you want them by your side. So we can just let our low back, our sacrum move. So as we inhale, using our feet to gently sort of pull our low back into an arch. And then as we exhale, we kind of propel with our feet to tilt our tailbone up. Just taking some nice full breaths, letting your low back relax as you arch and curl your low back. Relax your shoulders, everything. Just breathe. We're not using our trunk muscles. We're really using our feet to move. Next exhale, go ahead and peel off the mat all the way into a bridge. The top of our bridge, just adjusting our feet if needed, pressing our hips up, relaxing our shoulders. Right. Next exhale, melt the spine down, one vertebra at a time. And relaxing at the bottom, we inhale And exhale up again. And then we bring our right arm over our head, lie it on the floor behind us. We're going to press that right hip up even more. Good. Feel like you're reaching through your right knee and exhale down. So you get a little bit of a tilt in that hip, little extra stretch. And then let your right arm come back down by your side, maybe slide it down. Exhale up the center again. And then bringing our left arm over our head, relaxing it on the ground as we press that left hip up. Feel like you're reaching through your knee. Good. And exhale down one vertebra at a time, holding the hips up all the way. And then after the hips come down, we can slide our left arm by our side. Inhale, exhale up the center again. And we'll bring both arms over our head. Relax them on the ground. Keep the hips up here. And you're just going to tilt your left hip a little bit down, lower the hips, and scoop back up. And then tilt your right hip a little bit down, lower, and scoop back up, trying not to move our legs. Just going to isolate our pelvis. Take a little bit of a tilt, lower, and press back up. A little scoop of a hip. Scoop and lift. Scoop and lift. Next time the hips come up, you can just keep them pressing up as you inhale. And melt your spine down, one vertebra at a time on your exhale. Great. And then we'll go ahead and just let our knees sway over to one side. Keep your arms up over your head wherever they're comfortable. Relax your legs. And then lift the knees and sway them the other direction. Let them just relax over that way. Good. And we'll bring our knees back to the top and clasp your hands behind your head. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to press head and shoulders up right as high as you can. Good. Inhale at the top and exhale back down. Good. Now we're going to be doing this with a few other movements. So we're going to inhale as we let our left knee drop open. Exhale, press up as you slide your left leg long. Turn your toes to point up. Slide your foot back in and lie back down. Inhale as we open the right knee. Exhale, press up as you slide your right leg long. Turn to point the toes up. Slide the foot back in and lie back down. Keep going. Inhale, left knee opens. Exhale, press up as you slide the left leg long. Back to parallel, slide it in, exhale down. Try not to tense your neck. Opening the right knee, exhale up as you slide that right leg long. Bring it parallel, draw it back in, and lie back down. We're going to add another piece. Inhale, open the left knee. Exhale, press up as you slide that leg long and turn your toes up. Reach your arms past your legs. Lift that left leg up. Lower it back down. Hands behind the head. Slide the foot in and lie back down. Inhale, right knee opens. Exhale, press up as you slide that leg long and then turn it parallel as you reach and lift a little higher. Lift that leg up and lower it back down. Hands clasped behind the head. Slide the foot in and exhale down. We'll just do that 2 more times. Inhale, open. Exhale, press up as you slide the leg long. Reach your arms. Lift to the ceiling and lower back down. Hands behind the head. Slide your foot in and lie back down. 1 more. Inhale, open right knee. Exhale up as you straighten that leg long. Reach your arms. Lift, lower. Hands behind the head. Slide the foot in. And exhale down. Good. And then we're just going to grab hold of our right leg underneath your knee on your shin. Stretch your left leg long on the ground. Good. Inhale. Stretch the legs away from each other. And then we're going to curl up head toward knee. Good. And go ahead and lift that left leg up and lower it back down. You might flex and point foot. That's what I'm doing with this leg. So point your toes up and flex back down. And one more time, point that leg up and flex back down. Good. Relax that leg down. Relax your head and shoulders. Draw your left leg in, switch. So the right leg stretches out, stretching our legs away from each other. Good. And then curl the head up toward your knee, lengthening your right leg up and lowering it back down. And again, you might point up as you inhale, flex down, exhale one more time, up and flex down and lie your head down on the mat. Go ahead and draw that right knee in, grab hold of both legs, got both knees in, curl up into a ball, clasp your hands behind your head, relax your head and shoulders down, leave your legs up there. Good. Inhale. As we exhale, we're just going to lift our head towards our knees. Try to bring your knees towards your head, right? Curl up and then relax down. Take a nice deep breath and exhale, curl up again. So we're trying to bring the knees toward our head, lifting the tailbone just a little bit and then relax back down. And one more time, curl up. See if you can just bring your knees a little closer towards your head. And relax back down. Good. And we're going to bring our legs into tabletop. So just kind of lift the feet up there and reach your arms to the ceiling. Shoulders nice and heavy, arms relaxed. Good. And then we're going to press our back into the mat. Extend your left leg long. Lower it all the way down to the ground. Try to really feel your back connecting to the mat. And then lift that leg up and bend your knee to return. Good. And then the right leg extends long and lower it all the way down, or as far down as you're comfortable. And then lift it up and return. Good. Again, press your back into the mat, lengthen your left leg, and lower it down, and lift it back up and bend. And right leg, extend. Just unbend that leg, lower it down, and lift and bend. Good. And then let your arms float down from your out from your shoulders, just down to the ground here. And bring your legs together. Your legs can be close as you want toward your body. Take them over to one side. And lift back up on your exhale. And over to the other side. And lift back up. And this time, we're going to take them over to the side. And then when you can't go any farther without your shoulder coming off the ground, let that opposite arm come with you and you end up on your side, right? Arms extended from your chest. And then open your arm out. And as far as you can, if you can't go any farther, you lift your knees. You might lift them one at a time to bring them back to the top. Good. And then take them over to the other side as far as you can go until you feel your opposite arm starting to lift off the ground, and then bring it with you. Take yourself onto your side. And then lift that top arm, go as far as you can to open, and then the legs will follow back to the top. Okay, so we take our legs first, 2 more over to the side, and then the arm will come, follow you onto your side, and then lift that arm, open as far as we can, and then draw the legs up. I'm going one at a time, so you might want to do that. And then take them over to the other side and bring the arm with you. It's sort of like you're opening your book, right? And then lift your legs all the way up. And when you come back to the top, reach both hands in, grab your feet wherever you can. Pull your knees down. So like a happy baby, pulling the knees down toward the ground. Get a good stretch in the inside of our legs and hips. Rock your body. Then coming center, bring your feet together if you can, opening those knees, pressing them open. Hold on to your left leg, stretch your right arm and leg long, reaching through your heel, reaching through your arm. And then pull your right side together, stretch your left arm and leg. Really reach through that heel, big side stretch. And then both arms and both legs. And we're going to reach through one side and then the other. Reach and reach. So we feel our hips and our shoulders shifting up and down on the mat, right? As we reach and stretch. And then relax everything. Open your legs a little bit wider. Open your arms into a wide V, feet flex. Take one hand over to the other side. Stretch toward that hand. See if you can pull yourself onto your side and really stretch past that hand. Spiral stretch. And then coming onto our back, we'll go to the other side. And coming onto our back, bring your feet onto the mat, again, in line with your sits bones. We're going to bring our arms to the ceiling again, and we're going to hug a tree again. So here's our tree theme. Good. And you're going to just inhale, exhale, peel the spine up into a bridge, adjust the feet. And at the top of our bridge, we're going to lift all of our toes and lower them. Lift both heels so you come up onto the balls of the feet and lower them. And now lift the heel of your right foot and the toes of your left foot and lower. And the toes of your right foot, the heels of your left foot and lower. So alternating the toes of one foot, the heel of the other, right? And lower. Just holding your hips up. Alternate, really come up onto the toes and then lift the toes. Yeah. Good. And then with both feet on the ground, flat, articulate your spine down. And now lift your feet so that you're on the heels of both feet, right? So just your heels are on the ground. Go ahead and press your hips up. You might need to adjust. And what we're going to do is we're going to lower our hips down toward the ground as we open our arms in your rounded position, and then press the hips up as you bring your arms back, right? So we're just going to lower down to hover over the ground and press straight back up on our heels. Lower down as your arms open so you feel your elbows come to the ground, and then lift your arms back. Keep those arms really rounded, like you're hugging a tree, and you lower and press up and lower and press up. Good. Last one. Hover and press up. Good. And then relax your feet so they're flat on the ground. And exhale down one vertebra at a time. Good. Go ahead and lift your head and shoulders. Reach for your legs or past your legs. Hold on to them if you need to bring yourself up to sitting. And we'll extend our legs out from our hips, lift our sits bones here. Maybe give them a little shake. Stretch over your legs, relax forward. And like I've mentioned in the past, if you ever want to have a strap or something to help you stretch, whenever we're doing this kind of a thing, you can always have your strap handy. Make the stretch. And then we'll sit up and bring our feet towards each other so our legs are in a diamond, right? Or the sort of loose butterfly position. And stretch forward. So just relaxing forward wherever your hands are on the ground here, relaxing over your legs. And then you're going to press your hands into the ground, flatten your back, lift your torso, and then relax forward again. And then press into the ground, lift the torso, flatten the back, and relax forward. And stack the spine up. Turn toward your left knee. So keeping our sits bones anchored so the pelvis doesn't move. Come forward, head toward that knee, just relaxing in that toward that knee without letting your hips move, right? Just keeping them anchored. And then pressing your hands into the ground, lift the torso, flatten the back. Might be up on your fingertips, and then relax. And again, lift up, flattening the back, and relax. And stack the spine up. Come over to center into the other leg to the right side. Again, without letting the hips move, we come forward over that knee, head toward knee. And pressing into the ground, lift the torso, flat back. And relax forward. And one more time, lift up, pressing your back flat. And relax. And stack the spine up. Come to center. And bring your legs up so that we're sitting tall. Knees are going to start with a bend in them, but you're going to see how straight you can get your knees without letting your back go like that, right? So nice and tall. Now we're going to hug our tree this way. So you've got your rounded arms. You really feel your shoulder blades sort of widen apart a little bit when you do that, right? And we're just going to lift our spine tall, lift our arms up. And bring your arms back in front. And again, lift the spine tall and lift the arms. And bring them back in front. And then lift the spine tall, and you're going to open your left arm out and follow it. Just kind of open to that side. And bring it back. And lengthen the spine and open the right side. Follow it back. And coming back to center. Good. And then one more time, We're going to lift them straight up. So lengthen the spine, bring your arms up, really lengthen, and return the arms back. And then you can just let everything relax for a moment, because I know there's a little tension. Bend your knees a little bit, as much as you want, and then bring your arms back into your tree hug. Okay, so we're going to inhale, lengthen the spine. As we exhale, we're just going to curl the tailbone, rounding back about to our sacrum or so, right? And then we're going to lift the arms up and bring forward and lift them up on your inhale and bring forward. One more time. Lift up, bring forward, and come up. Good. Inhale, exhale, rounding back again, just about halfway or to your sacrum. And now open your arms apart. Both arms open and return. And open out to the side and return. One more time. Open and return and come up. Now take a little bit of a rotation to the left. So you're just moving your torso, but not your hips or your legs, okay? Inhale, exhale, round back, and open the arms apart. We're just in a little bit of a twist. And together, open apart. And one more time, open, and bring it forward and lift up and center. And a little rotation to the right. Inhale, exhale, round back, open apart, and together. Keep curling the tailbone under, open apart, and one more time, open the arms, and bring them forward and come up, and back to center. Good. Now we're going to go do some full roll-ups or as far back as you want to go. Okay, so arms in this still the same position. Let the legs bend and straighten us, whatever feels right for you. Inhale, exhale, round back. If you are going all the way back, bring your arms over your head and see if they'll just relax on the floor in this position. And then lift the arms, lift the head, and exhale up. So with our arms like this, in this position, we're not reaching, right? Our arms are relaxed, so it's harder. Inhale, exhale, round back, and you might just go part way, or you might feel like you can go all the way back. If you do go all the way back, bring your arms all the way to the ground and lie them on the ground, and then lift them up, and exhale up. Okay, inhale. Exhale back. So just going to the point that you need to go for your body, so you're not straining and struggling. But if you can go all the way back, see if you can bring your arms to the ground. Lift. And exhale up. One more. Deep breath. Exhale. Shoulders relaxed. Arms relaxed. Wherever your arms are, wherever you go, your arms are going to stay relaxed if you can. And bringing it back up. And when you come up on your last one, go ahead and stretch your legs out and stretch over your legs. Just take a moment here. And then we'll come around to our side. So whatever side you want to start with. Have your knees just kind of bent and lie down on the arm. And we're going to make sure our hips are stacked, our knees are stacked. Right? And you're going to start by lifting the top leg straight up and lowering it back down and lifting straight up and lowering it back down. Trying to make sure your knees meet, making sure our torso is straight as well. Good. And then we're going to lift up that leg and then pull your knee behind you. Right? So really pull the knee back as much as you can without letting your hips go back. And then we're just going to swing the leg forward and back in this position. Now, if you want, you can have your arm up here, or you can just put your hand on the ground, right? Up to you. But just let that leg swing. It's a little more challenging with our arm up. That leg swing. And next time we take it back, we're going to take it into a circle. So bring it up and around. Pull it back and up and around. So we really circle the hip, leg in the hip socket. Next time we bring it back, we can reverse our circle a few times, going forward and back, forward and back. Next time your legs meet, just go ahead and let them rest and relax for a moment. And then we're going to straighten that top leg. Pull your leg back, and again, try to really keep your hip pressing forward as you pull your leg back. Okay? And then we're going to swing it forward and back, just like we did with our knee bent, only now it's straight. Swing it back and forward. Back, really reach it back. Press your hip forward, get a stretch through the top of your leg. Next time we go back, we're going to lift it up, bring it around, and swing it back. And lift it up, circle, and around. Nice big circle with our leg. Good. And next time we take it back, reverse your circle. Forward and up and around. I've noticed that my neck can tend to get tense when I do this, so just check in with your neck and try to relax it. And the next time our leg goes back, we're going to keep reaching it back. Reach your arm away from your leg. Stretch. And then lift both your arm and your leg up. And then take your arm back and your leg forward. And then lift them up again to the ceiling and switch. Reach. And lift them up and switch. You think of a half circle for your arm and your leg, right? And then reach. And keep going a couple more times. Falling on back. Although I could do this all day, it feels good. Next time you reach your arm forward, leg back, you can go ahead and let your legs relax together. Your hand come on the ground. Use your hand on the ground to press yourself up to your elbow. And we're going to make sure our elbow's under our shoulder. Lift the rib cage, lift the arm, lift the hips, stretch that top leg out, and do a big stretch over like a rainbow. Reach. And then lift the arm, bend the knee, lower everything back down. One more time, lift the ribs, lift the arm, lift the hips, stretch that leg, and arch over. Side stretch. And lift the arm, bend the knee, lower everything down, press up, sitting. And if you can, with your legs bent however you're comfortable, and take this arm and take a little side stretch. And just turn and look down so your chest points down towards your leg as you reach. And let that arm float down so you get a nice stretch into the shoulder. Good. And then come up and we'll cross our top leg around so that we can give it a stretch in that side, right? And if you want to stack your legs and fold forward, or if you want to do a figure 4 with your leg crossed over, that whatever feels good to you on the side, just to get that hip a little stretch. All right. And then we're going to come up and do the other side. So I'm going to lie down with our knees bent, stacked in front of us. Make sure legs are stacked in that half bend. Good. And then just start by lifting and lowering the top leg as much as you can without rolling back on your hip, right? So just lift up and close and lift up and lower. Knees line up. You can adjust your knees or your legs to whatever feels right for you. Right? Lift up. And this time we're going to take our leg back behind us, keeping that bent. Press your hip forward, really stretch your leg back. And then we're going to swing it forward and back. And again, your hand can be like on the ground, or you can make it more challenging by lifting your arm up or do something else with your arm. So breathe, swing, inhale and exhale. Next time we take it back, we're going to go into a circle around and take it back and lift up and around. We can really feel our hip joint getting some nice movement. And then we're going to reverse our circle, taking it forward and up and back. And breathe. Next time our legs meet or kind of cross each other, go ahead and relax that leg down. Relax for a moment. And then stretch that top leg long. Pull it back as you press your hip forward. Really stretch. And then we'll swing that leg forward and back. Again, with your arm wherever you want it. Take that top arm. Really nice big swing. And then when we take it back on this one, we're going to circle it up and around. Back, up, and around. Breathe. And then we're going to reverse. Next time we take it back, we're going to reverse our circle. Next time our leg goes back, you can keep it reaching back and reach your arm forward. So a big stretch here. And then we'll lift the arm and the leg and we switch them. So we go back, follow that arm back, leg forward, and then everything lifts up and we switch. And you can go, whatever speed you want to go to switch, but just take a little moment in that twist. Then you can switch again. You can stay in the twist if you prefer. We'll linger. And the next time we reach our arm forward and our leg back, go ahead and let your legs relax on top of each other. We'll press ourselves up to our elbow. Elbow under the shoulder. Good. Lift the ribs, lift the arm, lift the hips, stretch that top leg out as you reach and take a big side stretch here. And lift up, lower everything, bending your knee to come back. And one more time, lift ribs, hips, arms, stretch over as you lengthen that leg. Big stretch. And then lift up, bending the knee to come back down and press up to sitting. Your legs can be in some position, could be mermaid or just bent next to you. Take a little side stretch here. And just letting your chest point down towards your leg and let your arms stretch all the way down. Good. And we'll come up and we'll give this hip a little stretch by either stacking your legs and folding forward or figure four stretch. Just whatever hip stretch feels good to you. I don't think you can see my dog, but she keeps looking over here. She's sitting on the couch, keeping tabs. Right, and then we're going to come out of our stretch and onto our all fours. This is where I thought you might want extra padding under your knees, right? Or have it roll up your mat under your knees. But to start with, we're going to do a little movement of our spine. So just letting the tailbone curl, rounding the back. Press your hips back toward your heels. Lift up and come into an arch. Good. And again, rounding, press back toward the heels. Up and arch. Really articulating our spine. And then coming to neutral, let's just circle our hips. So just nice big circle with your hips, letting your rib cage go, letting your head go if you can, just letting everything move in a sort of spirally movement here. Circling. Yeah. And then reversing your circle. Nice big circles. And then coming to a neutral position, we're going to bring one leg back and the other leg back into plank. So coming into plank for a brief moment, not very long. Or if you need half plank, come onto your knees. And whatever leg is behind or away from the screen, put that knee on the ground. Rotate to face the screen. So I said you might need padding under your knee. Come up. And we're going to bring ourselves into high kneeling position. Press the pelvis forward, pull the rib cage so you feel like your body's aligned and hands go back a little more behind your ears, right? So that you can stay in your alignment. So finding our alignment, kind of curling the tailbone under, pulling the ribs back. We should feel like we're flat. And then take a little side bend over to the side and lift up over to the other side and lift up. Good. Keep your pelvis pressing forward. Take it to the side. Extend the arms out from your shoulders. Bend and bring them back and lift up. And over to the side. Extend and bend and lift up. Good. And stay here. Inhale, exhale, twist. And extend the arms. Bend, bring your hands back and center. It doesn't have to be a big twist. Inhale, exhale, twist the other way. Extend the arms out. Bring the hands back and come center. Good. And go ahead and just release your arms out and down. Come around to your all fours again. Come into plank. I'm going to turn around so I can face the screen. You don't have to. Come into plank. Take a nice couple of deep breaths or half plank. And then whatever leg you didn't do, that knee goes down, right? So that you can come around, face forward or back. You can face away from the screen. Press the pelvis forward, pull the rib cage back, hands behind. Great. So you want to feel like you're between two panes of glass, that feeling, right? Take a side bend. Exhale up. Take a side bend. Exhale up. Take a side bend. Watch your alignment. Extend your arms straight out. Bend and bring the hands back and lift. You're really working your side body, right? Take it over. Extend the arms straight out. Put your hands back and lift up. And we're going to do it in a twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Extend your arms out. Bend and bring your hands back. And center. I know it's a lot for your knees. Inhale, exhale, twist. Extend the arms out. Bring your hands back. And come center. Good. And then go ahead and release your arms out and down. Come around to your all fours. One more time in plank or half plank. And then see if you can lower your body slowly down, letting the knees come first, of course, and then onto your belly. And come into Sphinx. Good. So elbows are under the shoulders. We're pressing arms into the ground, pressing pelvis into the ground. We're going to kick one foot in and extend. So kick, and extend. And extend. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Really pressing the front of the pelvis into the ground. Good. When you're even on both sides, you can just relax your legs, hands down on the ground, slowly straighten, adjusting as you need to. So we come into like a baby swan, baby cobra, right? Putting your arms where they need to be here. And we're going to look down. So rounding your upper back. And look forward, press up. And then just let your head look down so that it's in line with your spine, and let your arms slide out over your head as wide as they need to be, right? Whatever that is. And then we're going to press pelvis into the ground, reach our right arm and left leg and float them up and back down. And then reach and float your left arm and right leg and back down. So lengthening and then floating up and down. Slow swim. Breathe. Really lengthen the appendage. Good. And then both arms, both legs, reach, float up off the ground. Pull your elbows in toward your waist, and you're hovering off the ground here. Really draw the elbows in, pull the shoulders down. Good. And relax down. And then again, lift your head and chest, float your arms. Good. And we're going to reach right arm over our head, pull it back. Reach left arm, pull it back. Right arm staying off the ground, just floating off the ground. Good. Good for our back and our spine. Now, whatever arm is reaching up, keep it there. Reach your other arm toward your foot, right? And then we're going to switch. And switch. So just kind of looking at that hand that's reaching back. Keep your head in a comfortable position. Don't have to be very lifted off the ground, just a little bit. Good. And then bring both elbows in again, draw them in, hold here. See if you can still hover, and then relax down. Try to keep you up off the ground as long as possible. Okay, so for extensions, Or swan, lengthen out as high as you can and then press into your hands, right? Coming up as high as you're comfortable and lower back down. And again, come out and up, press into the hands, and lower back down. And this time we're going to lift up, press into the hands, keep going up to the knees, and we'll stretch back to our heels. I'd like to open your knees if that's comfortable for you. Let's relax your body. And so we don't take a nap, and we're going to go ahead and come up before we do. Come around to sitting and bring your legs apart in a straddle. And go ahead and stretch your right leg out and your left foot in towards your thigh. We're going to do the half saw forward and back. So bring your arms out. You're going to rotate over to that right leg, stretch across with your left hand, reaching your right arm back. Good. And then lift up, come center, rotate to the left, hand on the ground, stretch up away from your leg, and lower down, around to center. Again, twist, stretch across for that foot. Come up and around to center, twist. That hand goes to the back as you arch over and stretch. And lower down. Good. And around. One more time. Twist. Stretch across. Up. And around to the left and stretch and reach. And lower down and around to center. And then take your left leg out, right foot in. Other side. Sitting tall. We're going to rotate over, reach across for that foot. Stretch your other arm back. Lift up, around to center, twist to the back. Arch. We're doing half saw, forward and back, right? And around to center, rotate, stretch. Lift up, come center, rotate, stretch back. Lower down one more time. And it's a lot to ask, isn't it? Okay, stretch across. And lift up and center, rotate, and reach. Lift the hips. Good. And lower down and around to center. Good. Sit whatever's comfortable for you. Maybe your legs in a diamond, right? Shake out the shoulders. Maybe roll them or shrug them, right? Feels good to your shoulders. And then just sitting tall, do a little circle of your head, right? Like you're drawing a circle with your nose in front of you. Release and relax the neck and the other direction. These are the best head circles, not the kind where you take your head back and around, right? That's not good for your neck. So you just circle like this. All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. And forgot to say happy Friday.